And good evening, everybody, and welcome here to race number 4 of Season 9 of the NCAA Snickers Cup Series. We are here tonight under the lights.
Start your engines!
As I said, we're under the lights at Bristol Motor Speedway, getting ready for 50 laps of racing in our 3 divisional races. This is going to be some good old short track racing. We haven't been to Bristol in quite a bit in Snickers Cup Series competition. Last time NNSCRA ever visited Bristol was the Last of Us Light Series race, which took place last season. And amazingly enough, the winner of that race is starting on the pole for the Division 1 race. Zeke Marley won in the number 44 Toyota in the Last of Us Light Series race here at Bristol. Starts on the pole here in Division 1 alongside of our winner from Rockingham, UK, Tanner Sullivan. Division 2 holds Lyndon Wright and Benjamin Miles, both looking for their first win of the season. And James Qualls, along with Dylan Casella, are the front row in Division 3. All 3 divisions are green. We're underway here at Bristol. Remember that last week we had a change for the points lead. Levi McIntyre running into trouble late at Texas, and Zach Buchanan has taken the points lead over in Snickers Cup. Zeke Marley to the lead, James Qualls to the lead, Benjamin Miles doing it the hard way around the outside. He'll take the lead away from Lyndon Wright. Lyndon about to maybe lose second to Jessica Villanueva as well. Look back here at this battle for third in Division 3. Chris Kyle, Dylan Casella falling back there, and Trent Dunham in the Sega Chevrolet. Got a good battle going on for third in Division 1 as well. Tim Walsh, our winner last week from Texas, trying to close in on Joshua Balkowitz. And now a battle for the lead in Division 1. No, it's caution flag actually in Division 1. Trouble with, looks like Nick Alton and Chris Louviere. Caution in Division 2 as well. It's like a spin up in turn number 1. Looks like Zach Prostowski, the reason for the caution in Division 2. And oh, there's a big pile up in Division 3. Jessica Shelton there along with Alex Pedro. In Division 1, I see Noah Hart and Daniel Voiles with damage on their machines. Sean Galligan in trouble in Division 3. James Shelley in trouble in Division 2. Chris Dollerton's got a little bit of damage there in Division 3 as well. As you see Prostowski coming to pit road. Rohit Vidarvu, it looks like, has a little bit of damage on his Audi. And pit stops are going to take place here in Division 1. Jessica Shelton coming to pit road, damage 94. Matt McIntyre also on the pit lane in Division 2. As we take a look at a replay of what happened in the Division 2 wreck. Looks like the 2 Verizon cars get together. Kyle Corbett and Eric Powers up into James Shelley. Dorian Facepuncher Sean Henley got down to TJ Dent in Division 3. And it looks like in Division 2, Shelley slid back up in front of Rogers, and then there's the hit for Krostowski. Looking there in Division 1, let's see what happens here. Looks like Noah Hart just kind of comes up, doesn't give any room to Harrison Langford, who's already to his right rear. Up into the fence they go. Corey Williams got a piece of it. Michael Norman was in it. Jack Kearney, Steven Gonzalez may have also gotten pieces of it. Yeah, Steven did. And there you see Jessica Shelton. Now that was after the contact with Henley and company. She slides up the racetrack, and then there's a hit from Ryan Shelton. Nick Smith runs into the back of the 50. Now look at the pile up there in Division 1. Daniel Day gets turned around. A hit from Gene Sanfer. Johnny Gardner gets a piece of it there. That's Matthew Dallio, Nick Alton. Number of drivers collected in that one there in Division 1. As we're back green here in Division 2. Benjamin Miles leading Jessica Villanueva. Wow, nice save by Stephanie Gardner there in Division 3. That was a replay. Oh, look at this. 4 wide there in Division 3. Gardner, Collard, Joshua Mudd, and Jerry Guerra. And Jerry Guerra is the one that's going to pay the price there. He gets turned up into the outside retaining wall. We're back green in Division 1 as well. Tanner Sullivan's battling here with Joshua Balkowitz for second. You know, I was actually looking back through the standings coming into tonight's race. And ironically enough, Balkowitz only has 2 starts this season. This is his 3rd start, but it's our 4th race because he missed the 500. However, he's up almost into the top 10 in points. Why? Because he has an average finish of 6th place in his last 2 starts. And he's up here in the top 3 now, trying to take 2nd place away from Tanner Sullivan. Caution out again in Division 3, and the points leader caught up in this one. Zach Buchanan is on the pit road. Just 1 week after taking the points lead away from Levi McIntyre, Zach Buchanan is caught up in an incident here, and it looks like the leaders in Division 3 are going to come in and pit this time. Balkowitz has cleared Tanner Sullivan. He now moves into 2nd. Now going to try and make his way by the lap car of Gene Sanford. Watching a battle over in Division 2 between Lisa Gonzalez and Lyndon Wright. A lot of Fords actually up here. This is, I think, a battle for the 2nd position. Lyndon Wright, Lisa Gonzalez, Brad Mojo, Robert Piet, all up in this mix as they're all trying to run down the leader, who I believe is Benjamin Miles. Actually, no, there's actually the top 2. That was a battle for 3rd back there. Nilo Balvin is a lap machine that they just caught up to. Benjamin Miles made quick work of his teammate, putting him a lap down. Jessica Villanueva having a little bit more difficulty. Meanwhile, Zeke Marley leading the way in Division 1. Now remember, as I said, Zeke Marley won the Last of Us Late Series race at Bristol here last season. Would love to be able to pick up his very first Snickers Cup Series victory here at the very track that Zeke Marley picked up first career win in the NNSCRA number 1. And oh, looks like we had a caution in Division... Oh, that's the reason the caution came out in Division 3 right there. Tristan Wilhoit getting a little help there from the 05 of Joseph Srigley. And it looks like caution's out in Division 2. Nathan Ormond in trouble in the 124. That was a nice save there by Tristan Wilhoit. As we're back to green in Division 3, we end up missing the initial green flag there. Dylan Casella has gone to the front now around the outside. Zach Buchanan apparently was not caught up in that wreck. I thought he was, but he's on the tail end of the lead lap now. And the caution's out, and that's going to mean Zach Buchanan's back on the lead lap. Looks like Wilhoit involved yet again in another incident. Roy Vidarvu caught up in this as well. As pit stops take place in Division 2. A little bit of a lag situation over there in Division 1, but apparently our camera's back. Let's see in Division 3 what happened here as pit stops take place in Division 2. Again, Wilhoit gets turned in the exact same place. Last time, it was by Joseph Srigley. This time, by Blaine Keys. And I don't think he's going to be able to hang on to it this time. Comes a hit right there from Jerry Guerra. Roy Vidarvu was sliding around trying to find a high line, a low line. Can't do it. Almost flipped over the DeWalt Tools Dodge out of Rogers Motorsports. Now we got a battle on for the lead here in Division 1. As Lyndon Wright was first off pit road there in Division 2, Benjamin Miles lost a ton of spots. But the battle is on for the lead in Division 1, Zeke Marley and Joshua Balkowitz. Marley has that one win in Last of Us Late Series last season at Bristol. Balkowitz, though, has never won an NNSCRA event. As we're going to look in here in Division 2, see what brought out the caution there. Looks like Nathan Orman going to get into Cole Daly. And the two of them going to go down. And Daly, oh, he just barely hit that inside wall. He almost avoided it. Green flag back out, by the way, in Division 3, and the battle is side by side for the lead in Division 1. Balkowitz has finally found a way to the inside of Zeke Marley. You're looking at the leader in Division 3, James Qualls. A number of drivers a lap down or on the tail end of the lead lap just in front of him. Same deal there for Lyndon Wright. As you see in Division 3, he's the leader, but he's going to be restarting in quite a boxed-in situation. As the battle still is on for the lead in Division 1. Now Balkowitz clears Zeke Marley, but Marley was hanging tough. And here comes a battle for the lead. Don LaPrade up the inside line. He's going to go to the point underneath of James Qualls with help from a lot of lap traffic. So LaPrade goes to the point, leads the way. Lyndon Wright still leading in Division 2. Joshua Balkowitz firmly in control in Division 1. And now Trent Dunham challenging on the high side of Dunlop-Pratt for the lead. James Qualls right there in third. And the battle's up for the lead in Division 2. Carter Fargo puts his Buick Regal to the inside of Lyndon Wright's Ford. So everywhere around the racetrack they are battling for the lead here. Bolkowitz is now caught up to the tail end of the lead lap cars, about to try and put Andreas Allen down a lap. Carter Fargo now the new leader in Division 2. Could a Buick, for the very first time in Snickers Cup Series history, go to victory lane? Here's LaPrade trying to go by Chris Dollerton, who's on the tail end of the lead lap. Now these are teammates out of Michael Norman Motorsports. Is Dollerton going to race his teammate hard here, or is he going to let him go on by and play defense? Looks like Dollerton's not too thrilled about going down a lap, still battling as hard as he can to stay on the lead lap. He may have to give way though here to Dunlop-Pratt, and he will indeed have to. Now Trent Dunham going to try and work his way back by the lap car of Dollerton. Bolkowitz right now working on the high side of Brendan Burr, trying to put him a lap down, as Lyndon Wright continues to battle hard on the high side against Carter Fargo, and now Robert Piet has been allowed to join into this battle now due to the side-by-side battling that's been happening between the 19 and the 81 for the last couple of laps. Whoa, Piet almost tried shooting it up the middle there in that corner. That was certainly a close call. Good battle for second here in Division 3. Trent Dunham and James Qualls. Both these drivers, former Snickers Cup Series chasers from last season. And how about Dion Scott there in the 4th position? Nice run for the 37. And Levi McIntyre trying to take the points lead back here. He's up in the 5th position as the caution flag's out again in Division 3. It looks like maybe Cody Lamas, possibly Jay Barker might have been the reason for that yellow. Don't know for certain. But the yellow flag is out. Pit stop going on for the leader, Joshua Bolkowitz, in Division 1 with about 15 laps to go. And Robert Piet going around the outside of Lyndon Wright in Division 2. New leader, the Flying Dutchman in the 195. So now it's all starting to come to a head here. We're on lap 35 in Division 1, 32 in Divisions 2 and 3. And now Piet going to try and put some lap machines between himself and Lyndon Wright. Now goes by the Eric Powers machine. James Qualls now coming into pit with Dion Scott and Levi McIntyre in Division 3. As we look at the reason for that caution flag, looks like Blaine Key is going to get some help from Angel Navarro. Almost shades of what we saw happen to Tristan Wilhoit. James McLeod's now the new leader over in Division 1 as he now comes in to make a pit stop. I believe the lead now cycles over to another person, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Johnny Gardner, but now he's on pit road. So we'll see if it cycles back around to Bolkowitz as the leader. Meanwhile, Robert Piet continues to lead. He's actually opened up quite a bit of distance between himself and second place Lyndon Wright. You see way back there, Lyndon Wright has not even yet passed the lap machine of Eric Powers. And now look at this. This is after the cycle of pit stops. Zeke Marley is right back on the bumper of the Taco Bell Dodge of Joshua Bolkowitz. Dunlop-Pratt is going to be getting ready for this restart here with Trent Dunham right behind him. James Silverfox in the 3rd position. And, you know, Chris Dollerton's going to have a choice to make here. He could try helping his teammate Dunlop-Pratt win this thing, but I know he's got the utmost respect for Trent Dunham as well, so how hard is he going to be racing these guys? We know he is up to speed. Lyndon Wright right now in the 2nd position. But he's got a long distance between himself and the Robert Piet machine. And here comes Zeke Marley to the inside of Joshua Bolkowitz. As we're back underway in Division 3, trouble, Ryan Shelton spun around in the middle of the pack. Down towards the inside wall, that'll be another caution flag. And Zeke Marley has cleared Joshua Bolkowitz for the lead over in Division 1. It took that green flag pit stop for Zeke Marley to get right back to the bumper of Joshua Bolkowitz, and now let's see what Joshua Bolkowitz can do, being the hunter rather than the hunted, with less than 10 to go. Meanwhile, Robert Piet continues to try and make his way around the Matt McIntyre machine. No luck, but the good news for him is Lyndon Wright has not been able to close up that gap at all. Whoa, contact there between Winston Rivers and Noah Hart. That was right in front of the leader, Zeke Marley. That's a wonder that the 96 was not wrecked right there. And now Bolkowitz kind of boxed in. Now he's going to have Noah Hart going back to pit road, so he'll have clear racetrack, trying to catch back up here to Zeke Marley, who's caught in the high side of Winston Rivers. Taking a look in Division 3, as you can see Ryan Shelton getting turned around. That was, I believe, off the nose of either Sean Galligan or Nathan Hudson. I didn't see exactly. I'm watching this ferocious battling going on here in the closing stages of Division 1 and Division 3. Piet leading the way in Division 2. The battle really hotly contested here in Division 1, though, as Balkowitz continues to try and run down Zeke Marley, but now he's got Nick Alton to his inside, Winston Rivers to the inside of Zeke Marley, and now Balkowitz finds a way back down to the inside line. Balkowitz is running out of time, though. Looks like there was a little bit of a stack up there on the pacing under caution with Blaine Keys, Alex Pedro, James Qualls and company. Don't know what that was all about. You see Zach Cannon right back there, too. He's trying to catch up to Levi McIntyre because he's back on the lead lap now after that timely caution and trying to keep his points lead. A lot of front-end damage there to Ryan Shelton and Angel Navarro back there as well. 4 laps to go in Division 1. Wow, Tim Walsh just shoved Dylan Pote into that corner. A lot of hard racing going on right around the leaders in Division 1. Robert Piet, though, on the other hand, he's just riding behind Matt McIntyre, enjoying the view. He's got nothing to really worry about right now. Lyndon Wright has not been able to close up the gap at all, and now Robert Piet going to try and go back to the inside of the 02 Dodge. And now Zeke Marley in a very nice situation, as right now he has a couple lap machines between himself and Balkowitz. Tim Walsh and Winston Rivers. Green flag back out in Division 3. Dunlap Pratt got a great jump there, a nice restart. Trent Dunham a little bit slower, but he was able to get right around Chris Dollerton quickly. And the caution flag's out again in Division 3. So now Trent Dunham's going to be right on Dunlap Pratt's back bumper on this restart. We will probably get back green, but right now we're on the final lap here at Bristol for Zeke Marley. A wall between himself and Joshua Balkowitz, and Marley, who picked up his first NCRA career win in the Last Was Late Series here at this very track last season, wins his first career Snickers Cup Series race of the season here at Bristol Motor Speedway in Division 1. Robert Piet's the next one in line. White flag displayed for the Flying Dutchman. The 195 Gulf Ford is just a couple of corners away from capturing his first Snickers Cup Series victory in what would only be his 4th career NNSCRA start. Robert Piet on a turn 4, he's going to win Division 2 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And it looks like a caution that is going to restart us on Division 3 was between David Rivera and Nathan Hudson. Slides up into Charles Belding as well as TJ Dent and as well as Sean Galligan. Sean Henley gets spun around there too. A lot of beating and banging going on there. Dion Scott gets a little bit of scuffles there. Levi McIntyre as well. Look at Zach Buchanan, the points leader, on the apron going to the inside to avoid this wreck. And you know, it's so ironic because the last events we've had at Daytona, at Rockingham UK, and at Texas, all veterans have won those races. We've had 2 rookie winners here tonight at Bristol. Dunlap Pratt could be the 3rd if he can hold off Trent Dunham on this restart. We'll be restarting with 3 to go here in Division 3. Dunlap Pratt, the leader, then Trent Dunham, then a couple of lap machines of Carson Gum and Chris Dollerton before we get to 3rd place James Silverfox. So Silverfox may not be a factor in this. Then I think it's Ryan Rezzo in the 4th position, and I believe Chris Kyle may be in 5th. It's all going to come down to this restart here too for Dunlap Pratt and Trent Dunham. If one of them messes up, the other one's going to capitalize, and that may be all she wrote for this Division 3 race. Here we go. Dunlap Pratt gets a slightly better restart than Trent Dunham. Opens it up about a car length already. Trent Dunham going to have to try and close that gap up, but Carson Gum's right there battling with Trent Dunham. That's not what Trent needs. As look at Silverfox. He made awfully quick work of Chris Dollerton. Now trying to catch up here, trying to make it a 3-man fight for the win, but it may be too little too late for the Vodafone Ford. 2 to go, less than 2 to go. Trent Dunham trying to find some way around Dunlap Pratt. It's Michael Norman Motorsports rookie against Sega Motorsports veteran. As they come out of 4, white flag displayed. Can Dunlap Pratt make it a clean sweep for rookies here tonight at Bristol? Through turns 1 and 2, Trent Dunham closed the gap up about half a car length. Dunlap Pratt a little bit better out of 2 though. Into 3 and 4, he just has to guard the inside line. Trent Dunham's not even close enough to make a charge, and Dunlap Pratt will capture his first Snickers Cup Series victory of the season here at Bristol Motor Speedway. The rookies have swept it here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. Man, what a race. What a couple of races. So Zeke Marley, Robert Piet, and Dunlap Pratt have all picked up their first career Snickers Cup Series victories here tonight at Bristol I don't know if Zach Buchanan's been able to keep the points lead or not. We'll be finding that out very soon as well. We hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race from Bristol. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, to become part of the crew today. Here comes your official full finish results from all 3 divisions and your overall point stands headed next week when we're going to be heading to Phoenix, Arizona for some good old racing there. You've been watching a production of the NSCRA, Offline Racing at its best. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll see you guys next time.